You are not manifesting because you're not letting go. When you don't let go of the goals of the things you want to manifest, you actually get in front of your own way. And I'll explain why. So when you're like, okay, I have this goal, but you hold on to that goal. By holding on to that goal, you don't have faith that it'll work. You feel like you need to do a lot of action to get that goal. And you feel like you have to control the narrative to get that goal. And I get that. I'm the same way. I'm I'm working on it, controlling person sometimes. And I like to control things. I like to know what's happening, why it's happening. I like to understand things, which is why I teach this stuff. So when you're not letting go and you're holding on to something, you're actually getting in front of your own way. Because then you ask yourself, you're like, well, am I doing something wrong? Do I need to do more action? Do I need to do more work? And I'll tell you this, when it comes to action, you absolutely need to do action. But you need to do inspired action, which is you will know the action you need to take when you need to take it. You'll know that. You'll be like, something will come up to you and be like, oh, that's awesome. That is exactly what I needed to help me with my goal I have. The thing also is when you're holding on to things, they say holding on to anger, for instance, is like holding a hot coal. It only hurts yourself. So when you hold on to these things that you want to manifest, you're only hurting yourself, because by holding on to it, you are proving to yourself that it's not here. And when it's not here, you feel like you need to do a bunch of action to bring it here. But that's the problem with action, is if you're not using inspired action, you can do all the action in the world. I know plenty of people that bust their asses off, and they're not where they want to be because they're not in the right state of mind. It's all about your mental awareness. It all starts in the mental world. All of your physical reality, everything that you've ever manifested, anything that you've ever created, all started with your mental world. If you believe you can have something, truly believe it. I mean, truly believe it. Knowing, it's almost like a knowing, like you just know it'll happen. That's when it'll happen, because you're not holding on to it. You're letting it go. I did that when I manifested a yacht trip. I manifested a 110-foot chartered yacht that we had friends take me and my best friend on. I had a goal. I said, I want to go on a cruise. It wasn't like, I didn't have that idea. My idea was a cruise with me and my best friend for free. And we met friends. We got invited on this 110-foot chartered yacht. And that's how it happened. I didn't have any idea how I will manifest that goal. I have no idea. Didn't know how it would happen. I just knew it would happen, and I didn't think about it. And then 2 months later, that happened. 1 week in the Bahamas, living a $1 billion lifestyle for free. I mean, I still don't believe it. It's like one of those things where we flew private, we run a, private yacht, and it was just something I'm not used to, that even to this day, I kind of don't believe it. But the only reason I do believe it is because I freaking experienced it, and I have it on video. I have pictures and video of it. But that's like an example of something I manifested that I had no idea how, didn't know how it would happen. I just knew it would happen. I didn't think about it too much, but when it happened, I was just in a good state of mind at the time. You gotta always, try to keep yourself in a very positive state of mind. Like, don't be watching the news all the time, or don't be fighting with your friends. I mean, we're all humans. We slip up, right? But it's all about letting go and having a knowing. You have to have a knowing. And you have to be optimistic too. Like, if you're like, I want this goal, and then you name 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reasons why you won't get that goal, you'll never get that goal. You have to have an absolute knowing of it'll happen, because at the end of the day, you're not ever supposed to know how things will happen. You're only supposed to know that it will happen. Because if you try to figure out how it will happen, the universe has a different way it's going to happen for you. So the universe is like, dude, I know it doesn't seem like that now, but I'm putting you in this position right now. So then it'll put you in this position in the future. And that's what happened with me. If I paid attention and tried to figure out every which way how I will magically manifest the cruise, I would have never gotten on it, and I would have blocked myself. Those people, these friends that we met, we would have never ran into them, and we would have never been offered that amazing opportunity with good people and good company. If I was focusing the entire time on how I was going to make it happen. And when you don't let go, you're just holding on to that energy stored in your body. That's why letting go is a great thing to practice, because it's almost like meditating, right? Like the whole entire point of meditation is not to quiet your mind, it's to observe your thoughts and not attach to them. It's, you have all these thoughts going on and you're observing them when you're meditating. You're like, okay. And now, since you're aware of these thoughts when you're meditating, you can choose to believe them and get emotionally involved, or you can choose to be like, I don't believe that. You know, go somewhere else. Go somewhere else. I'm not going to attach myself to that. You know, the Buddha said, all attachment leads to suffering. And I've noticed this with, you know, relationships. People are so attached to the significant other, or just in general to friendships, that when this person does something different that they don't agree with, they get upset and they get pissed off. And then they get mad at their friend. Their friend might not even know that they did anything wrong, because they're just enjoying their life, doing their thing. And then this person is just so attached to them that they see them differently than this person might not even know. And then when they do something different you don't like, you get upset. It's because you're attached to them. It's like if somebody calls you out of the blue right now, right? Imagine someone calls you out of the blue and says, I don't like you. I'm never calling you again. I'm blocking you. You wouldn't feel anything, right? Because you don't know that person. You're not emotionally connected. You're not attached at all. But if your best friend calls you and says the same thing, you know, I'm pissed at you. I don't like you right now. I'm not talking to you. Block me, blah, blah, blah. Then you'd be emotionally upset because you're attached to that person. Find something that you're really attached to. And you're like, this might be a little unhealthy. Like, I know this. You know what I'm talking about. And what I want you to do is just practice just letting go. Focus on something else. Because that's the other thing, is when you let go, you're just focusing on something else. You're just focusing less on that thing, and you focus on something else. So I want you to practice focusing on something else that's more healthier, and practice letting go. And how you do that is you just be in the moment. Be in the moment. Stop scrolling on your phone. Just sit in a chair and just breathe in and out. Maybe put some relaxing music on. I'm going to actually make a meditation to do this soon. And just breathe in and out and just observe your thoughts. You know, you'll have some things that come up that you don't like, and you won't like to listen to yourself. That's why a lot of people distract themselves. But just do that and just hear all the noise going on in your thoughts about what your thoughts think. And your thoughts aren't really you, though. Your thoughts are programs and beliefs that people have programmed into you, and that you believe and that you listen to. And you can deprogram any of that stuff. All a belief is a thought that you think over and over and over again until you believe that thought. You can choose to not believe that thought. You can choose to believe another thought, and then you can choose to focus on that thought and change that belief system. So again, guys, I appreciate you watching my videos. I want you to comment below, let go, and I will see you in the next one.